Hello, good morning and welcome. It's the 14th of July and it's nearly 10 o'clock, so a little bit late today. Um, right, we'll start with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Um, we've had a couple of large candles up the last couple of days, so that'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're now starting to come back down. The resistance held, that's at 73,798, or yeah. And the short that we've got on this for a straight short, it's 6.2 to 1. So that is a very good short. Um, the um, the commitment of traders added 4,800, nearly 5,000 more shorts last Friday. I don't know where they're at this week. That'll be very interesting to see. But this definitely seems to have flatted out. We had divergence between the candle chart and the RSI a couple of weeks back, and even the fresh highs that we've made the last couple of days, they haven't gone through the trend line that I put for the divergence. So that's quite important, because you've had this higher high up here, fresh highs, and the RSI hasn't made fresh highs. It's stopped down. So I'm pretty certain that this is actually going to short now. It's 6.2 to 1 short on the commitment of traders. USD CAD, we're looking for strength on this. I've put a trend line in, and I've also put a trend line down on the RSI. We're below 30.9, and I'm expecting this week for this position to have turned round, and I expect the Canadian dollar to be short. So, excuse me, I expect the commitment of traders to be long this pair. So we'll see what happens tonight, but that's the way I'm thinking. It's come down onto fairly sturdy support. USD JPY. Right, we've come down off the recent highs, and we're down back onto support. The commitment of traders added 18,000 longs to the Japanese yen, which obviously is us adding shorts to the pair. So we are short this pair, and it's about 3 to 1 short. Japanese yen, 3.28 to 1 short. So we're well below the 69.1. We've come down onto this support line on the RSI, which is showing here on the candle chart. We're waiting to break through it, but we'll see how far that goes, and because if the bubble bursts in the stock market, this pair will shoot down. There'll be a lot of strength going to the Japanese yen. So hopefully that's the way it will go. Euro GBP. This has come down nicely, basically due to strength in the pound. We saw that on the GBP USD chart. And we're coming down onto support here. We're just making the 50 line on the RSI. So we'll see how quickly it breaks through this support. But we're 3 to 1 short on the commitment of traders. The highs have been getting higher, and so have the lows. So we are waiting for this to actually turn and come down lower. This might be the breaking point where it's at now. The resistance at 88.50 is fairly firm. It's old turn points. So that was a turning point there. Sorry about my voice. Yes, so only the one, actually, to be quite honest, unless we go back onto weekly. Yeah, yeah. More about where it is, actually. That was a turning point. So where it is and above it are turning points. So we will see. We will see where that'll bring us. The Euro GBP. Yeah. pound New Zealand dollar. We're long this pair. 7.5 to 1 pound. That's a compound divergence. So 7.5 to 1. This is pretty stiff divergence long. We've had a bit of strength on the pound the last few days, and we've also had a bit of strength on the New Zealand dollar. It was to do with food prices. A 0.2% increase in the price of food, and New Zealand is a very large exporter of food, makes a big difference, a huge difference. We haven't actually broken properly through the 50 on the RSI, but there's a lot of potential in this pair. From up here, yeah, telephone numbers, 1100, 1200 pips long from where it is now. So that's a nice trade. USD Mexican peso is broken through the support. We have this divergence on the candle chart and on the RSI. We are bulls of the US dollar. This is going to turn in the next couple of weeks. It's just keeps going down, but the commitment of traders are short the Mexican peso by about 2 to 1, 2 point something to 1, which is not a position they've had for a long time. So that is quite heavily short the peso. And the other one to do, USD NOK. We're waiting to long this. It is still shorting. It's come down a big red candle today. We're looking for the dollar to go up and the NOK to come down. The Norwegian krone will fall with the oil price. We're just coming down to the 30.9 on the RSI, and I've put a trend line on the RSI waiting for it to cut back up. So that is quite an interesting trade. Okay, well, thank you all for watching. Hope I can do something a bit more interesting, bring in some trades that are maybe, not quite yet matured, and we can sort of put the technicals on after the CFTCs, and look for a point where we can actually go long or short, obviously. So anyway, try to do that over the next week or two, and if anybody's got anything that they think is interesting or could warrant a good look at, give me a shout and I'll try and include it. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers now.